Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. We are now well on our way to November and NaNoWriMo, and there's a wild cat running around, and I am actually here to do some NaNoWriMo content, which is exciting, or pre-NaNoWriMo content, so I guess Preptober content. As you can see, the background is different. We have just moved. We moved a week ago as of me filming this, and we haven't fully unpacked anything anywhere, so this is just the background you're getting for this video. Now, NaNoWriMo sends out a lot of emails in preparation for and also during NaNoWriMo. And I got one semi-recently that was about what kind of plotting method will work best for you and your story. And there's a little quiz, and I'm gonna take this quiz and share that with you today. Also, I am behind some curtains because otherwise I look like this. And that's why I'm now stripy instead. I'm gonna take this quiz and try to find out what kind of plotting method will work for me and my story. And if you've been here before, you know that I'm not much of a plotter. I am pantser, or plantser is more where I feel comfortable, but I have been plotting the dual rule with Marcus and with you guys, or some of you guys. And I think it would just be interesting to see if Nana can figure out what kind of plotting method I should use, and also trying to use this method. I am filming this on October 12th, so we have a little bit over 2 weeks to go until Nano starts. However, this week, today's a Wednesday, this week is my last week off for the move, and then I go back to work, and I'm gonna go back to commuting full time, commuting 5 days a week, and we will see how much time I have left over and how much energy I have once I come home from work every day. But I'm going to take this quiz, and then we'll just take it from there. Enjoy. Okay, what kind of plotting method will work best for you and your story? Whether you're a pantser, plotter, or a plantser in between. Take quiz. What's your daily planner look like? Bullet points, color coding, calendars. I've got them all. I use a calendar and stay organized. Cats. I use a calendar and stay organized, but don't worry about it too much. Like a list, a big mushy list, but I know where everything is. Or what's a daily planner? I'm gonna say I use a calendar and stay organized, although I have a bit been falling off my game. My work life is completely organized. I have all of that figured out, and I have a good calendar I use for that. But I used to have a personal calendar that I don't really use anymore. And then the household has a whiteboard where we track a month at a time, or look at a month at a time. So I use a calendar and stay organized, but I don't worry too much. How do you feel about spreadsheets? Love them. The more detailed, the better. A few rows are okay. More than that, no thank you. Or spreadsheets make my eyes hurt. I like spreadsheets, but I don't make them overly complicated. Like, I have a spreadsheet for videos where I have like the date I want it to go up, the idea or the title or content of it, and then I have like rows of like when to film it, is it filmed, is it edited, is it uploaded, does it have a thumbnail, sort of. But I like them, I just don't like to overcomplicate them. I'm gonna say I love them, and hopefully this is not gonna make me have to plot super hard, because I don't want to do that. What's your Harry Potter house if you had to pick just one? I don't want to get into all the feelings I have about Harry Potter, and rather the author behind Harry Potter and what she's been doing, but I'm gonna pick what I used to have as my house. How do you prefer to explore a new place? One foot in front of the other. I like to do some research ahead of time and have a sense of where things are and what I might want to visit. I make a list of places to visit, maybe draft a rough schedule and have a map handy. Or research, maps, detailed list of local flora and fauna. I like to have it all ready ahead of time and know exactly where I'm going. Or I don't like exploring new places at all. I'm gonna go with I like to do some research ahead of time. If you've written fiction before, what kind of plan helped you the most? No plan. I write better without an outline. A rough plan with basic story beats laid out. A more detailed plan with story beats and character arcs. Shall I show you my 100-point outline? Or I've never really written anything long before. I am somewhere between no plan and a rough plan with basic story beats. I didn't specifically use story beats. I did make like semi-detailed, for me, semi-detailed outlines for the Siren story and the Witch stories. And they followed the 3-act 9-block 27-chapter method, which I guess has beats. Others I've just jumped in, you know, without any knowledge about the story, really. I would like to call myself a headlights writer at this point in my writing journey, with knowing just what's ahead of me and or having a few points on a map where, like, oh, they start here, they get to here at some point, and they finish around here, or maybe not even finish, but that's the next step they get to. And then I just see what's just ahead of me. If I have more of an outline, that's good, but it's not something I rely on having. But I'm gonna go with a rough plan, because that did work really well for the Siren story and the Witch stories. I did really enjoy working off of that. And for those stories specifically, it was easy enough to get, you know, to get those points. I did brainstorm that with Marcus, and I think maybe a little bit with my critique partner, and it was really nice and easy. Nice and easy, but it was surprisingly easy for me. I didn't think I'd find it that easy, because rambling. A rough plan with basic story beats. And then I'm gonna tag myself. And I have some sort of mountain goat, a sloth, a crow. Is it a crow? Is it a raven? I don't know. A fish, a squirrel, or a lynx. What does this say about me? Do I pick a cute animal? Do I pick an animal I mean, I guess tag yourself. It's supposed to be what you relate to. I don't really relate to any of these animals, but I'm gonna go with squirrel. What genre are you writing this November? For the sake of this very scientific quiz, please pick just one. I guess off of this, I mean, I can pick something else. The options are fan fiction, fantasy, historical fiction, horror/supernatural, literary, mystery/suspense, romance, sci-fi, I don't know, or something else. I'm gonna go romance, even though it might be. I'm gonna go romance, even though it might not be the biggest genre for this book. How much planning have you already done? I came up with an idea. The cats are being wild and crazy. I came up with an idea. I've done some work developing characters and thinking through the basics of my story. I know what all the major plot points will be and have brainstormed a few scenes. I've listed out a bunch of ideas for scenes and plot points and twists and character arcs, or I have no idea what my story will be about. I have an idea. I have a very, very vague concept. What would be your ideal vacation? And then we have a beach, we have Paris, we have camping, we have, is that Machu Picchu? I'm not really sure, is it? I'm gonna Google. I've been there on GeoGuessr, so it is, yes. It is what I believe to be New York, because yellow cab, and then there's ice and cold. I'm gonna go Paris. And lastly, we have, let's get to the point. How much of your plot do you want to outline before you start writing? So I get an option here, it seems. None of it, just the basics, the major plot points, all the significant moments and turns, all of it. Or I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna go with the basics. Like, I don't, it would be good to have beginning, middle, end, which I guess could be considered major plot points, but they're also quite basic, because all stories have a beginning, a middle, and an end. So yes, I'm gonna go with just the basics. Yeah, and let's get my result. Your top results. 36% I heart plot, the 9-step plot dot. 23% given the basics, the plot roller coaster. 18% I love outlining so much, Katatastic's 3-act 9-block 27-chapter outline. 14% more structure please, Save the Cat 3 acts 15 beats. And 9% stay loose, jot bin pants. So it's fairly clear. There aren't two top ones that are like neck and neck. So I guess I should look up the 9-step plot dot. Let's do that. Oh wow, it gets me. Oh, okay. So I heart plot, which do I? But okay. The 9-step plot dot. Beginning, middle, and end just doesn't cut it for you. You want more. You're not making any 100-point outlines, but you do appreciate a well-structured, well-planned plot. Why not try the elegant yet simple, detailed yet accessible 9-step plot dot, adapted from the hero's journey model? Okay, let's try it. Okay, so I've been brought to this Google Docs, which is 3 pages long, and it has some questions for me to answer. In fact, there are 9 of them, which is shocking, I know. I guess I'm gonna try this out, but the thing is, I have problems. I haven't told you yet, in this video at least, and I haven't yet filmed the video to tell you about what this is. I haven't told you about the story, and it's kind of a simple concept. It's a prince who goes to boarding school and falls in love. I mentioned it very briefly. I think I said the exact same thing in this video up here. And I look at these and I know they're applicable to different genres, but I'm like, the call to action, the final battle, and I'm like, I know you can apply that to any story, but to me this screams epic, big fantasy type thing. So I'm gonna think about this, I'm gonna look at it, I'm gonna try it out. I really do want to write the story for Nano, but I have also really been wondering if it's time for me to reread my Siren story and revisit that, because I think of it fondly at this point in time, which we will see if I still do once I reread it. But yeah, we will see. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with another video soon, so I hope to see you then. Bye!